It was just past midnight when Daniel's car broke down on the old country road. His phone had no signal, and the nearest gas station was miles behind him. Rain poured down like needles, forcing him to take shelter. That's when he noticed a faint light glowing in the distance. An old Victorian-style inn, sitting silently at the edge of Ashbury Lane. The wooden sign above the gate swung in the storm. The Ashbury House, rooms available. Relieved, Daniel rushed inside. The inn was strangely pristine, though he hadn't seen another car outside. Behind the desk stood a pale woman in an old-fashioned black dress. Her eyes never blinked as she slid a brass key toward him. "You'll be in room 6, at the very end of the hall." Her voice was soft, almost like a whisper. Daniel noticed something odd. The register book she had him sign was filled with names dating back decades, yet no recent dates. The hallway stretched longer than it should have. The wallpaper was peeling, and the air carried a faint smell of mildew. He passed rooms one by one. Each door had scratches near the handle, as though someone had clawed to get out. His footsteps echoed unnaturally, as if the walls themselves were listening. Finally, he reached room 6. Inside it was simple: a bed, a cracked mirror, and a single oil lamp flickering, even though no one had lit it. He tried to sleep, but the storm outside was relentless. Just as he drifted off, he heard it. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Something was moving in the walls. He sat up, heart pounding. "Mice," he whispered to himself. But then a child's laughter rang out from the corner of the room, high-pitched, playful, and chilling. The cracked mirror reflected the room, but the reflection showed a little girl sitting on the bed, smiling at him. Daniel spun around. The bed was empty. The girl's reflection lifted her hand and waved. But in the real room, nothing. Terrified, Daniel grabbed his bag and bolted into the hallway. The corridor was darker now, much longer than before. Doors that had once been shut were now slightly open. From inside, each room came faint whispers, murmuring his name. "Daniel, Daniel." The walls pulsed, as if breathing. Shadows stretched along the floor, reaching toward him. He ran, but no matter how far he went, the hall only led him back to room 6. The door creaked open by itself. Inside, the mirror was no longer cracked. It was smooth, shining like a window. The little girl stood inside it, joined by others now. Dozens of faces pressed against the glass, pale and hollow-eyed. They looked like guests, frozen in time. The girl whispered, "Once you stay in room 6, you never leave." Hands shot out from the mirror, cold and skeletal, grabbing Daniel by the wrists. He screamed as they dragged him closer, closer, until his reflection was pulled inside. The mirror rippled like water, then stilled. The room was empty, the bed perfectly made, the lamp flickering softly. The next morning, the innkeeper sat at her desk. Another traveler entered, soaked from the rain. He asked for a room. Without blinking, she slid over a brass key. "You'll be in room 6, at the very end of the hall. Stay tuned for more spooky stories and subscribe to Gloom Loom Tales."